1 said, for we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of God, an house not made with hands, eternal in heaven. In other words, he said that we have this building, this tabernacle, this our body now, and this tabernacle, he said there is tendency that it can be dissolved. It can be dissolved. But there is another tabernacle which is spiritual, and this one is the hope that every believer is hoping to get, and they call it heaven. So, based on what I want to preach today, I'll be using the word heaven for the future, because heaven is our future glory. That is where everybody wants to go at last. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
That is our future destination. So I use that word heaven as the future. Then our present body as our present condition. Am I communicating now?
Yes, sir.
So he said, this tabernacle, this our present condition is going to be dissolved, and a brand new one is going to come, and this one is going to be called heaven. Then verse 2 said, for in this we groan. The word groan means we cry, we pant, we wish to have. We groan, earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house, which is from where? From heaven. And if so, verse 3, if so be that being clothed we shall not be found naked. In other words, we need to be clothed with this thing called heaven, so that we will not be found naked. So that takes me to my teaching today, dealing with the old things. I have discovered in life that the major thing that fights men on earth are always the old things.
Yes, sir.
You see, in mathematics, when we are reading the numeric order, when I was in school, when they taught me numeric order, they started from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and thereabout. But when I begin to advance my study, I discovered that there are some numbers that came before 1 that was not pronounced. In mathematics, there is something we call 0. This 0 is the capital of all number.
Yes, sir.
This 0 is the strength of all number. This 0 is the mightiest of all, but it is the one that people look down on. This 0 has the capacity. If this 0 enters into your life, it turns your life to a multiple number.
Yes, sir.
If this 0 enter into your life, it changes your destiny.
Yes, sir.
So when you carry 0 and put with 1, it becomes 10.
Yes, sir.
No longer 1. If you carry 0 and put with 9, it's no longer 9.
Yes, sir.
It becomes 90.
Yes, sir.
You carry that same 0, put with 5, it's no longer 5. It becomes 50. It empowers the strength of a number, but that same number that empowers strength of other number are always looked down on. Please pay me attention. People look down on that 0 because they feel it's rubbish. It's nothing to write home about. Yet, it's the power behind any number. And the more 0 you add to any number, the more powerful the number becomes. If you add 2 0 to 1, it becomes 100.
Yes, sir.
You add 3 0 to 1, it becomes 1,000.
Yes, sir.
The more zeros you are adding to it, the more powerful it becomes. But that same number 0, when they are counting the numeric order, they will jump it and start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where is that 0? It's always neglected. What is the powerhouse? I have discovered the problem of many is what they felt is irrelevant in their life, and that is their major problem. Until they deal with that particular part of their life will never have any meaning. That's 0. Some of you have been into prostitution before you got married. You have seen a lot of men, and now you are now married, and today you are looking for the fruit of the womb. Because while you were into all this, you have aborted every children in your womb. And today now you are married, you are now looking for children. Unknowingly to you that the problem is not the man you got married to, the problem is the old things. The old things. And until that old things is dealt with, the new things will not come. And another thing I want to add to this before I enter proper into my demonstration. Before 0, there is still another number. If you enter advanced mathematics, you will see something called -1. Yes, -2. -3. That is, before you get to 0, there are other minuses. So actually, that thing they call 1 is actually +1. Am I communicating? Yeah. That is real mathematics. That thing they call 1 is always +1, not just 1. That means the advance is from 0 and it became 1. Then from 1, another one was added, it became 2. From 2, another one was added, it became 3. From 3, another one was added, it became 4. The more one is added, the more it is increasing, one after the other. Am I communicating here? Now hear this. The Bible said, when we read in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 15, if any man be in Christ Jesus, he is a new creator. All things are passed away, and behold, all things are new. Now hear this. If all things must pass away, we have to delete if beauty must come, we have to delete the old things. They were wanted to do a video with my phone, and the moment they opened the video to video, they discovered that there were not enough memory. One, and this is the same phone that has been videoing for a long time. Now, when they started it now, it could no longer carry 1 minute. The problem is not that the phone is not good. The problem is just that the memory is filled up. And if you need anything to enter into that memory again, you have to delete the old files. Am I communicating? I want you to pay attention. I want to calm down so that you understand what I'm saying before I start shouting. I like shouting. So you need to first of all delete that old files. Once that old file is deleted, then you can be able to upload the new ones. You can be able to use that device to get new things. So 2024 has a lot of old histories. 2023 had a lot of old histories. 2022, 21, 20, and the rest of them has a lot of old history piled up. The reason why you propose in your heart that in 2024 you become great, and yet after 2024 you shouted happy new year, and yet nothing happened in 2024. The reason is because there are files of 2023 that was not deleted. And the reason why your 2023 was not productive was because there are files in 2022 that was not deleted. And at this minute was deleted, other good things will have been added. Am I communicating? Other good things will have been added. So he said, if a man be in Christ, he is a new creator. All things shall pass away. Now, if all things must pass away, you have to intentionally decide to delete it. It has to come from an atmosphere of decision. Pay me attention because I want to start preaching now. But pay me attention. A wise man said something and it touched my brain. What did he say? He said, every man is born, and when they were born, they look like their father and their mother. But every man will die looking like his decision. You don't get it? Every human being on earth was born looking like their father and mother, but they will die looking like their decision. If a man is if a child is born and during the time they are grooming the child decides that I want to be a governor. Now after a couple of years the child becomes a governor, and when they want to bury the child they say this was once a governor. Now he has added something to his profile that changed narratives, that made him different from other things that was in the family before. Others look like their father, but this man, the decision changed this person to look as something exceptional as a governor. So now let me enter into my preaching proper. If any man be in Christ, he is a new creator. All things are passed away, and behold, all things becomes new. For new things to come, old ones must go. Hear me, ladies and gentlemen, let me make this declaration. Before 2025 will pass, I decree over you, every old record that has been hindering you all this while, as you shout amen, I wrap them out of you. Amen. Sit down. There are some certain old records. If you don't deal with them, they will deal with you. Old records are wicked. Old record can be one-time bad habit. Old record can be one-time bad desire. Old record can be one-time bad lifestyle that somebody incubated, somebody began to use, and because of that, the old record was now playing in the new time. Because anything you act during 2023, it is piling up. 2024, it becomes stronger. 2025, it will become more stronger. That means if you practice poverty in 2023, you enter 2024, you will still practice the same poverty. Then in 2025, if you are not careful, the same thing will come upon you. Apostle Paul said, when I was a child, I behaved as a child, and now I am old. I am passing I am transiting from 2024 into my 2025. And as I enter 2025, what I do is that I put away childish things. I deleted the old files. So if the old files were not deleted, it will destroy you. Yes, sir. There are a lot of people, the habits they consummated. There are some people that are sick today, not because God wants them to be sick. The problem they have is just the habit of what they eat. And if that habit is changed, there are a lot of things that will change in them. Yes, somebody is crying that I have diabetes, and every day is chewing up. Every day is making sweet. Every day is eating sugar. Every day is consuming too much of sugar, and they want to be free from diabetes. No matter the prayer you pray on that kind of person, you know what? Yes, because the old record will always be there to pick out the new ones until that old record is wiped away. Some people get married and there are issues in their marriage, not because God wants issues to be in their marriage. It might be because the whole friendship, the whole relationship has not gone out of their mind. Every time you hear the man say, if it were one when I was dating so and so, if it were one I was dating, that thing is still in their mind. Until that file is completely deleted, that marriage might not stand. And for some women, because of they have seen a lot of men, until that file is completely deleted, that thing might not stand. So the problem of a lot of marriage is because the mind they carry and enter into that marriage is a mind of the world. Mind of the world. When a child grew up in a family where there is chaos, where there is fighting, father and mother will always fight each other. Listen to me. Father and mother will always fight each other, and children are watching. Tell me, in the nearest future, when that child grows up and gets married, tell me why the child will not fight with his husband or with his wife. There is no way. Because everything in the mind of that man is that I saw my mother is a bad person. So therefore, I will not give chance for any woman. I will not give for any woman. If they carry any evil hand, I go follow them. Am I communicating? Now some people, maybe you grew up in a the husband was bad. He was a drug addict and he's doing all manner of rubbish. So the child rose up from that place and said, every man are the same thing. I'm not going to gree for any man. That girl will get married, and because of that old record of the characters of the father, that old record is playing. And he said, no, I will not give chance for any man. I'm not going to gree for any man. Even though he marries a very good man, that record in her mind will truncate their marriage. That record in her mind will destroy her marriage in her own very eyes. Why? Because the whole record has not been dealt with. The whole record has not been dealt with. The whole record. Shagara Baga Swata. In Zechariah chapter 3 verse 1, Bible said, and it showed me Zechariah, a prophet of God, a man of God, so anointed, a great man of God. Bible said, Zechariah as a priest, as a man of God, was in the temple of the Lord, performing his priestly assignment, and the devil stand at his right hand, resisting his prayer. And I begin to ask myself, this same man of God they call Joshua is the same mighty man who sat under Moses, the same mighty man who through his hand Jericho's wall were pulled down, the same great man of God. Yet how come evil was standing at his right hand? This is the same man of God that God talks to, the same man of God God speaks to, the same man of God. I remember in Joshua chapter 1, the Bible said God appeared to Joshua and he said to him, be strong and be courageous. Say, as I have been with Moses, I will also be with you. If you study the whole chapter 1, he was just talking with Joshua. The same man, God was talking to him, but habit, the devil was resisting his prayers. He was a powerful man of God. He can stand and look at the sun and say, sun, stand still. And the sun will obey his voice. Yet, habits of the whole were standing at his right hand. And anytime he wants to pray a prayer for himself, that habit says no. Anytime he wants to do something reasonable for himself, that habit says no. Anytime he wants to do any positive thing that will help his life and change his life for better, that habit, he's saying no. I can't let you go. So the Bible said, Apostle Paul, one day he began to cry, and he knelt down on the altar and began to cry. He said, oh, I am undone. Who has done this thing to me? He said, there are things I want to do. I don't see myself doing it. And those things I don't want to do. That is what I see myself doing. What is my problem? The truth is, the old record is still playing. There is an old record somewhere playing. And until you delete that file, it will keep on destroying. The old record stood against many people in the Bible. Stood against a lot of people in the Bible. If you study your Bible, 2 Kings chapter 4, when you study from verse 1, you discover there is a man of God also, who died serving Elijah. But Bible said, when he died, he has owed some debt, and the debtor came after burial. They came to the wife and they said, your husband borrowed money from our company. And the woman said, I don't have money to pay. He said, then you are going to give us your children for collateral. We'll use your children as many years as we can until every day you have the money, come and collect your children. That means they can send your children for boy and be using them to make money. So that they can just pay back that money. And if they pay back, they will still wait until that woman bring back the money. That is double payment. So the woman had to cry to the prophet of God and said, please sir, my husband is a good man. He served the Lord in uprightness. Now he is dead and creditors have come to take away my 2 sons. What can I do? What I am seeing in that place is that this man left an old record that will tarnish and destroy the destiny of his children. An old record. There are many people that died and their children suffered, borrowed money to bury this man, and after when they finished borrowing money to bury this man, they became bankrupt. Life scattered. Ordinary to eat, they can't eat again because they borrowed money every year to bury that man. They to bury my father, and my villagers, they say I must bring 2 cows. I said, child, you go land. You go land. On their must. That must bring 2 cows. I said, what for? He said, that is tradition. Tradition? You must bring 2 cows. He said, sir, that's not the only thing, no. He said, there are a lot of people who still give goats. He said, we're going to buy more than 6 goats and 2 cows. I said, hey, for one man burial. I said, how much is 1 cow? He said, 1 cow can be 1 million. I said, Jesus. That means you will get 2 million plus other goats. I don't know, maybe goats is around 50,000, 70,000. Plus 6 goats. You want to kill that person. So this person now will now enter into debt. And after entering into debt, burying the father, he will now become very poor. And what if that person now loses his job again on top? How will that person stand? How will that person follow up life? If old record is not dealt with, see, my problem is not that the guy finally obeyed the tradition. My problem is that who placed that tradition on ground? Why will they put that kind of tradition on ground? That somebody, before you will put your dead father inside the grave, you must buy cows. Who is putting that kind of tradition? There are some certain laws that are working against people every day. Every day. Because some people sat down in their greediness and put down a law. And the law is working against their children. Working against their children. There are some places now, people are scared of getting married to that particular side. Why? Because of their bride list. If you see bride list, more than 10 pages. More than 10 pages. And you are now expecting a man that is starting up life to marry that kind of family. People want to kill him. If you now go and borrow money to marry, then which money will you use to feed that girl? Now, some people sat down and put that law in the paper, and the law became a major problem to a lot of people. Now, the more they are trying to survive, the more law is saying no to them. They are trying to rise, laws are saying no to them. They are trying to do something powerful, laws, traditions of men are saying no to them. But hear me, I prophesy today, every law standing against your achievement, every law standing against your attainment, I prophesy, that law is scattered today. 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 Somebody shout fire 3 times. 2, 3, sit down. In Judges chapter 6, when you look at verse 13, there is a man, his name is called Gideon. An angel appeared to him and told him, hey, oh Gideon, you are a mighty man of valor. And the guy turned around. He said, angel, are you talking to me? Angel said, yes. And he looked at himself. He said, there is no good thing around me. And the angel began to tell him that with your hand you are going to deliver nations. And he asked the angel, I have heard about all of these things. I've heard, but why is it that we are not seeing the manifestation of what God has done for our fathers? We heard about how God helped our father. We heard about how God helped Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Why is it that God is not responding in our own time? The problem is a lot of people has led the patterns of God. Sir, behind everything God is doing, there is always a pattern. Once you violate that pattern, it becomes a major problem. You will be looking for a way to come out of the problem where you are, and God will be looking at you. God will not do anything. Why? Because there is a pattern that is violated. It's just like when a man and a man decide to go and get married. It's a wrong pattern. A wrong pattern. And in that kind of marriage, they are expecting children to come out from it. It's already a wrong pattern. So how do you want it to work? And they want it to work by all means. There is no way. Anytime you go against a pattern, that pattern becomes a blockage to your destiny. There are a lot of you have gone through a lot of pattern. You have scattered a lot of pattern. I'm talking about positive patterns. I want to do and make it. You said this is what I want, and God said, okay, go ahead and do what you want. And God is watching you to see what will become of you at last in that you choose. There are a lot of people, their own lifestyle has become a major problem to them. Old lifestyle, those are old records you need to close. And until you cancel them, they might not allow you excel. A lot of people, you know, when a poor lady get married to somebody that is fortunate, and now carry that poor mindset and enter to the marriage, it will crash their marriage. Except if that lady is ready to repair her brain. Yes, sir. But if you say the way this poverty mentality is, as I carry her enter, now so I want to get work here, then you are ready to go back to your mother's house. You are ready to go and stay in your mother's house, and you see the same thing, the same way you were treated then, that's what you are expecting. A lot of people have lost their hope because of violation of patterns. 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 Old records are very powerful. Old records are very, very powerful. Anytime an old record stand against you, it can crush you. There are people, hear me. Let me say this it's very important. I know some young ladies, they never marry. They will now go to nightclub. They will give somebody their phone to record them. They will now put there's this thing called shisha. They will now carry the shisha in the nightclub, and they are smoking shisha. In their own mind, they are enjoying. And somebody is recording them, and they will be doing the shisha. And when they are done, they will now post it on social media. Somebody will now download that file and keep it for them. One day, that same young lady, God will now answer her prayer. She will not get married to either a pastor, or a president, or a governor. Many years later, they will now pull out that file, a file that have lasted 20 years. Somebody will now pull it to destroy the image of the husband. Especially if the husband is a pastor. They will now pull that guy and say, look at what he married. And because of that thing, it can crash the marriage. Or if the husband is a politician, they say, see what he married. That thing can crash everything about that politician. And it will now ruin your own marriage. Why? Because of your stupidity. It's not everything you see people upload that you upload also. As a young lady, mind where you go and what you do, because eyes are watching you. There are some young men, if they want to get married, they will go and do questioning, find things. They ask questions from people related, and they said, did you know so and so? He said yes. How is her lifestyle? How is her lifestyle? How is her lifestyle? And people begin to say, see this girl, although she dey go church or not, my dear, she's a fighter. If she meet you, she will scatter you. Which man want to marry a fighter, a scatterer, a demonic candidate? Nobody. Every man is now running away from you because of that small character. In most of the time, you might have changed, but this old record is still there in the mind of people. Apostle Paul was a killer of Christians, but at one time he changed. When he changed, after 9 years, he appeared before Peter, appeared before John, and the disciples of Jesus. All of them ran away. All of them ran. Because the killer has come. Everybody took off. Everybody. That mindset was more than easy to look at him. So anytime he's talking, all of them distance themselves, because they know that this guy anything can happen here. So they are ready to run at all time because of the mind of what they are seeing around them. So be careful of your character, your attitude. Your attitude tells a lot about you. It explains a say, like mother, like daughter. They will go and meet. Please, how is the mother of this child? Then I say, the mama, hey, you see, the father is good man. But you see, the mama, hey, no go. Okay, if the mama is bad, that means the virus has also entered the daughter. Because if a mother, any mistake a mother made, the first daughter carries it. Any mistake mother made, anyone, if you like do it by mistake, any item, that's what God figured out. And it takes strength, much prayer, and smartness to change it. For you to change that kind of thing, it takes a lot of smartness, prayer, decision to change it. You get scars before you see a woman that had child out of wedlock gets married and gave birth to the first daughter, that you not see the first daughter also replicate the same thing. It gets scars. It gets scars. That same thing that happened to the mother will always happen to this one. It will catch up. And sometimes, if I make that first daughter not to even have a child, do you know why? Patterns are very strong. They are very, very strong. Because any character you exhibit is not just, you are not just doing it. It's entering into your blood. It's entering into your gene, into your DNA. And the moment you are producing children, the children coming out are coming out with that gene, with that DNA. That character is following them. So if a mother is a praying mother, it produces. The moment it produces, you will see praying children. When you see a woman that is a scatterer, the moment it produces, you see a children that are scattering. When you see a foolish woman will produce foolish children. So that is why, if you are young lady, before you have a child, go and settle your brain. Work hard on your brain, because anything you produce is what you will be. Am I communicating here? Work hard on yourself. An old story can destroy your life. Old stories. Somebody can come up with an ideology that will crash it. Old story. When there is a particle of truth inside that old story, it can destroy you. I have seen and I've heard a lot of people that old stories destroy. I know of a young lady. When she was growing up, she was into much life. You know, when I mean life, she was like a carrier. So anywhere she goes, she drink up and down, jump from one man to another. And one day, she encountered the Lord. And her soul was harvested. A few years later, she became firebrand. And she now married a pastor. Bam, 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 bam. 5 years later, the husband grew so large, so mighty. 3 boys that have nude pictures came out after 5 years. That have nude pictures, and they sent some of those nude pictures to her for blackmail. Send it to her and said, pay us 5 million, or else we'll post this thing online. The guys started begging, and they said, okay, no, before they said that, they only have just one picture. So they said, come and meet us also all the day. Let us settle this thing. The guy came, they slept with her and videoed it. She did it because she was afraid of losing her husband. They videoed it, captured it. 2 months later, they sent her the video. And they said, give us 5 million. Or else we'll post this video online. She started crying. What am I going to do? Where am I going to run to? This is old record play. Old record coming to scatter our destiny. What am I going to do? Who do I run to? And at this point, she started crying. Now, a day again, she carried 10 million and sent to them the remaining 5 million. They now told her that you have 3 days to bring the balance. The car that her husband bought for her collected the money and go and give these people. She came back and lied to her husband that she was on the road, armed robbers collected the car from her. Now look at the most interesting part of the story. You know, when old record begin to come, for you to close down that old record, you start looking for lies. And the more you are looking for lies, the more the issue is becoming increasing. It will be increasing to a point that you will not be able, you don't have power enough to handle it. So one day, after when they have collected 50 million, they still call again that this is the last one. That should give house for each of them. Now the husband is very rich. So the husband now discovered that in their joint account, a lot is going out of that joint account. So the husband went to the bank and told the banker that nobody collects money from here until I sign. Don't give my wife one kobo until I sign. If I did not sign, nobody should go out of here. So the woman, there's no how to get money. When the day they gave to her was completed, they carried that video. No, they carried this CD, empty CD, and wrote your past record, wrote it at the back of the CD, and brought it, gave to their gate man to give to the woman or to the husband. So the husband and the wife, they were inside the parlor watching film. Gate man knocked on the door, and there is a parcel that they gave to you. When the woman saw that envelope and saw what was written at the past record, she fainted because she already knew the content, but it was just empty CD. So the man now collected it and saw CD. The wife is already fainted. They started pouring water until she came back to life. They now slotted the CD. Thank God there was nothing in that CD. You go almost lose her life because of that small thing. Pass record. Now this woman, what is she going to do? She had to go to the toilet and call these people. Please now, I think I'm giving you 15 million. Now he said she will us. I don't have money anywhere. They told her, well, come and see us so there. He said, no, please. You want to do? They said, if you don't come, that means we'll send the original one to your husband. She had to go there. When she got there, they already sent message to the husband and the husband should go and meet them so there. The wife is not aware of the invitation. Husband is not aware of what is happening. So they call the husband like a business deal. So the husband is coming for a business deal. The wife also came to balance whatsoever. So she was right inside the hotel room and they were three. Two were with her in the room. They were doing common activities with her, videoing it also. So this man now came inside and asked the other guy, said, okay, Alpha, what is it about? He said, okay, let's go to the room. They now climb up, open the door. The guy saw his own wife with two guys on top. What is it? The guy was mad. He left the place angry. The wife looked at herself and she went to the store and bought seed. Pour it inside water, shake it together and drink so that she can die. But the thing did not kill her. I don't know, maybe the devil really want to punish her. The thing did not affect her at all. And after everything, the husband quits the relationship, quits the marriage, and said, I'm not getting married to you again. And the thing was posted online. Now, what crashed the destiny of this woman? Past record. Old things. You might already said, I know. Say, my mind, my spirit is telling me that somebody is going to bring out a record about you. And this guy went into a serious fasting, and was praying. One day, there is a lady that he had something to do with that lady. So that lady, at the course of their relationship, that lady did abortion. So during that time, their conversations were on the phone of that lady. Everything about that time were there. Now they are no longer together, and this man, God has helped him, is wealthy today. So the lady now sat down and said, how am I going to navigate into the life of this man and access a lot? You know what I mean? And access it. What am I going to do at this point now? What the strategy she now brought out was that I need to bring out all those records I used to blackmail me so that I will siphon me completely. Unknowingly to her, that this young man has entered into serious fasting and prayer, and God helped. Sir, the girl carried her phone and gave to a small girl. The small girl was playing game with the phone, and suddenly the Lord ordered the hand and he went straight to where those things are and deleted it. Everything. So the day the girl was threatening her phone, the girl said, I'm going to show you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. The guy said, show me, let me see. So she now went to where she stored it in not again. So there is nothing to hold this man. After some years, the girl came and knelt down and started asking the man that, who is the pastor behind him? Who is it? He said, look at what I want to do to you. But I did not know. A small girl deleted this thing. That girl is a demon. He said, I will have collected everything you have. Everything. And that man, the man has heard that thing. He run from that girl, come meet me. Carry wine, 5 wine, 5. I gave me say, Pastor Dave, drink in my friend front. Let me see you drinking it. I want to see you drink this wine. He was so happy. What record can destroy you? If you don't handle it. That is why I tell you, there are some guys, I saw some guys around this junction here. No, not Richard Corridor, the other one, Challenge. I saw them smoking, and I went to them, I said to them, I said, do you know you are a great man? I'm not helping the guy can speak English. I said, do you know you are a great man? He said, I know. I said to him, what if somebody snap you like this as you are smoking? And the day God now remembered you, you became great. And they brought out this thing. Will you like it? He said, I don't go like that. That day look at that thing, they do it now, and match it. They look back. He said, Pastor, I don't go drink again, I don't go smoke again. I don't go try him again. Because I made him see reasons. I did not judge it that you are a bad person. You are this one. No. I went straight to the point. If somebody snap you like this, and upload it in the next 20 years, will you like it? So anything you are doing, just imagine yourself in the next 20 years. If that is uploaded, how will you see it? That man that you are not yet married to, and you are doing all manner of things, that man can come up against you when you marry a good person and destroy your home. That lady is just dancing up and down around, flexing around. One day he can come up against you and destroy you. Be careful what you are doing now, because people can keep records. People can keep bad record. You might do something good for somebody and they will forget. But when you do some small thing that is bad to anybody, they will keep it forever. They will keep it forever until the day they will bring it out. A woman was married into a particular family. The husband loved the woman with passion, took care of the woman, did everything for the woman, was buying this, blah blah, everything for the woman. The woman became so beautiful. One day, just one mistake that the man did, the woman looked at the man, says, since I married you, what have you ever done to me? You are a shameless man. This is the same man that brought you out of poverty, changed your life, and you are telling me that what have you done to me? discover you that you like talking too much, they will start looking for one small fault inside you talking too much. And once they get that small fault, they will hold it and they will use that to destroy you. If they see that you are a very kind person, they will start looking for loopholes inside that your kindness. One small thing, a woman came to Ibadan, a very good woman who came to Ibadan to do giveaway to children. I heard that about 30, about 30 children died. The problem is when they were organizing that program, there are organizers. Who are they? Where are they? They are no longer in the scene. Where are the organizers? Where are the people that they send message that they give money to organize those children? Where are they? Human being abound. Human being abound. Dr. Paul Enechi one day was saying something. He said, a pastor I raised, I bought car for, I built house for him. He said, today that pastor is my greatest enemy. A pastor he raised, bought car for him, built house for him. He's not his greatest enemy. Greatest. People are bad. They don't remember any good record. They don't remember anything. Now we need more good people. No matter any small good thing they do that you do for them, they will remember it forever. They will keep telling you thank you. Anytime they see you, they say another thank you. You will know that they value that thing. And that kind of person, if I were you, invest more in that person. Invest more. That person, invest more. There is something about that person. It will always magnify the little you do. And the bad ones you do, he will suppress it. So that people will not know. That kind of person is a person to be close to. Run away from people that always, I need. Run away from them. They are bad people. They are very bad people. Wicked. Stop opening your secrets to people that don't need it. Stop it. Not be everybody like you. Stop opening your secrets. Stop opening. There are 3 people alone in this world that lead your secrets. Your lawyer, your doctor, and your pastor. The other people, they are inconsequential. And those 3 people, they are trained for that. They are professionals. A doctor, a man and a woman. A woman can have 5 children for another man. If you come to the doctor and say, these children are not my husband, the doctor is aware. The doctor knows the husband, and yet you keep their secret forever. You will never hear it anywhere. But go and tell your neighbor, they are not trained for that. Am I communicating here? They are not trained for that. People know what's happening. Hey, this is so. You go to another person. They will talk and destroy your destiny. Because you are telling those who do not have the capacity to handle that secret. Stop telling people your secret. Because they can keep it as a problem. The person you just tell about your husband. My husband did this, my husband did that. My husband is not even caring at all. My husband, in the midnight, he used to slap me. He used to do this. Don't worry. The day you and that person will have problem, he will now bring it out. Look at it that your husband used to eat. Look at it that your husband used to do. Look at, am I communicating here? He will not use it to curse you. At that point, you are not ashamed of your life and destiny. Because you don't use your brain. You don't use your head. Not even your mother or father deserve to know your secret. They don't know. See, let me tell you, your mother have a favorite brother. Your mother have a favorite sister. The moment that information comes, you will call a favorite brother, call a favorite sister. Look at what my daughter told me. Look at what my son told me. That news starts spreading. That your mother's favorite brother or sister have a favorite friend or favorite brother also or favorite somebody that knows your mother. That is how your mother starts spreading everywhere. Before you know what is happening, it's no longer a secret. It's not a public news. Am I communicating? Public news. Not even your mother deserves a secret. Not even your father deserves it. The only 3 persons that deserve a secret: your doctor, your lawyer, and your pastor. If you like your doctor, if you like your doctor, the sickness will kill you. You like your pastor, spiritually they will destroy you. You lie to your lawyer, you are already in jail. So these are the three people. Give them this thing, they will hold it. They will know how to handle it. But also, there are some untrained pastors. There are also some untrained doctors nowadays. So before you dispense information, check them. Now, am I giving it to you? See, I am unleashing a very deep secret. If you like, take it. If you like, don't take it. But what I'm telling you now, because of, so that in 2026 or 2030, 2035, somebody will not bring out a secret and start flogging you. Somebody who did not deserve anything will start demanding for everything. He did not deserve anything, but yet demanding everything. Wicked people everywhere. Wicked people everywhere. Suleiman saw a boy that was begging and brought him to the house to stay with him. So the boy was staying with him. And for over 17 years, because the boy was just like whether 6 years when they brought him. He did not have father, no brother. So they brought him. He was there with them. So I'm talking about Apostle Joseph Suleiman. He was taking care of them. He was taking care of the boy. The boy began to grow. They put him in school. Took good care of him as if they are the same family. A bad day, a lady came out with one rubbish accusation. That Apostle Joseph Suleiman slept with her, and the boy said, "I'm aware." They paid that boy, settled him well, so that he can play that role very well. The boy said, "I'm aware." Said, "I'm aware." The news spread everywhere. You know what Suleiman said? Suleiman said, "I'm not going to touch you. I'm not going to do anything with you. The only thing is that I know I've tried my best to train you up, but you leave my house." The boy said, "Nothing." The boy left and bought a house very close. He no rental. Went and bought house. Bam! And Suleiman was watching. Just few months ago, the same actress that blew up this thing came up online and said, "Apologize to Joseph Suleiman." This boy now was now going back, trying to say, "Please, I'm sorry, look at how the thing happened." Suleiman asked, "Okay, you are going to rot in jail." You know, and Suleiman is a very wise person. When he was talking that, the man was just smiling. This way. When he was done, he called his PA. He said, "Please, handle this guy. Look at what he told. Handle him. Now, they have sentenced this guy now to jail. Put him where below. Be careful. The people you help will always be the people that will talk against you. The people you helped. See, the people you did not help is not always your problem. The people you help will always stand up against you. I have searched around life and I see this thing very common. That anybody you help will always stand up against you. Although not everybody, but some, let me not use the word everybody, because there are still some good people. The attack that will come to you are always from the people you love and trust. The attacks that will come to you are always from people that you brought close. You brought them things. You wanted their life to be better. But yet they are the same people that will stand you at the back. Because they need everything when they don't deserve anything. That thing you are is what they want. They don't need those peanuts. What they want is that thing that you are. If you are a president, so make me the president and come down. Come and be the one to serve. That's what they want. Dr. Williams, you know Dr. Williams, in Ghana, was poisoned 3 times by speeding. 3 times by speeding. So that I can become a general pastor. 3 times. Who got people securing this guy? 3 times you will have died since. You will have died since. Human beings are naturally ungrateful and wicked. Mind whom but this is the phone number of the person you are holding. So they hold the person. The guy say, I'm not the person. He say, no. If you are not the person, you are provide the person. He say, I can't find him. And that's all. Now he's in jail. Suffering for what he did not know. Guess what? You know how many years? 25 years imprisonment. For what he did not know at all. He's not aware of it. Now when they begin to trace old record of the voice that came to his phone, they found him. Now there is a woman. The woman is into money changing. You know her very well. Is into money changing. So a young boy scammed somebody and went to the woman to change money for her and sent the money to the account of the woman. So the woman gave change of the money. You understand? Like another currency, change the money. The moment he changed the money, when EFCC began to trace, they now trace where the money entered, the last account that the money entered. They trace and they get the woman apprehended now. Now they frozen the account of the woman. And more than, according to the woman, it's more than 28 million inside the account. They frozen the account. Now the woman that's living large is now begging to eat. Meanwhile, he has 28 million somewhere. He has 28 million somewhere. Frozen. If old record is coming, that's why be careful of people you be good with. Because in my language they say if they return here not be here. When they want to cut off the head, they'll cut off the ear. Be careful of whom you mingle with, because one slight mistake from your friend can affect you. One slight old record of your friend, when they begin to trace it can touch you. Be careful. Old records are real. Old records are real. There are a lot of lives that have been wasted because of old record. But I pray for you as you rise up. Every old record I want you to scatter your destiny. As I hear your amen, I destroy that record. I destroy that record. Lift up your hands above your head.
Oh, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Look at this prayer point. Now listen, before I throw this prayer point, there is nobody here that did not have a past. Nobody here. At one point in your life, you were a bad person. deliverance o conducting deliverance